You could, if you could overpower one of the couriers before he reaches the palace gate, you could disguise yourself in his clothes and use his scroll to gain entrance. Many of the couriers approach the Grand Palace from the harbor, and although it is infested with troops, you discover the ideal place to ambush the rider. There is a broad avenue where the bridge of gnarled old wood and metal curves over the street. And here, beneath the wooden arch, you lie and wait for your prey. Your chance soon arrives. A black-robed rider enters the avenue and spurs his horse along the street. He will have to pass beneath the arch, and you prepare to pounce. Pick a number on the random number table. If you have the high discipline of hunting, add 1 to you picked. If you have the rank of savant, add 3 to the number you have picked.
I probably do.
Yes, you do.
Yay! As long as I didn't roll a 1 or a 0.
The courier screams as he falls, but is dead before his head hits the cobblestones. You waste little time dragging his body into the shadows. You don his loose robe and raise the hood, concealing your tunic and your face. In the pocket of the robe, you find a scroll, the pass needed to enter the Grand Palace. The dead courier's horse has bolted and fled, but your appearance at the gate on foot does not seem to arouse any suspicion. The guards inspect the scroll, with bored indifference, and allow you to pass through the gate into the palace gardens beyond.
Yay! Bored indifference!
Yay! Suddenly, you realize just how hungry you are. You must now eat a meal or lose 3 endurance points. Now, I think that really your hunting would technically work for the game rules, but it doesn't make any sense.
Alright.
Unless you're going to hunt the garden.
Hey, I killed a man. Oh, it doesn't even have... Oh, wait, no, it does. I can always hunt in the back of this wagon for some food.
Done.
No, I'll eat one of my meals. I've been actually kind of itching to feast upon those really like kind of dried meats.
You want the
that
meal
one
or the
container.
special ration?
The meal, please.
Alrighty.
I do special ration when I actually have some time to celebrate.
Because it's special. Alright, let's see. You pass unseen through the exotic plants that grow everywhere in abundance. The graveled path divides a lawn of strange, luxuriant purple grass that leads to a magnificent fountain. A jet of clear blue water catches the sun, reflecting and refracting an eye-dazzling rainbow of color. Your gaze beyond the fountain to where the vaulting towers of the palace soar into the sky, and carefully note the positions of the doors and windows. There are 2 entrances to the Grand Palace from the gardens. You can either go through the palace kitchens or through the Vizudar, the Zakan's trophy hall. However, only one of these entrances will lead to the Imperial Apothecary and to the precious Odie herb stored there. You have 6th sense.
Well, I wish I had 6th sense so I didn't get this in the goddamn first place.
Ah, details, Piph. Come on, it's doing its best.
Hey, something that's life-threatening? 6th sense. Why haven't you popped in yet?
You know what I'm imagining? Your 6th sense is like R2-D2. Look, he's well-intentioned, and he tries. It's not his fault he's a clumsy idiot. The Imperial Apothecary can only be reached from the palace gardens by entering the Vizir. The kitchens are part of the slave quarters, under constant supervision by the cruel slave masters and guards. You wait until the path and lawns are deserted before you run across to the door of the Vizir. See? It's helpful.
And you immediately get caught and killed.
You reach the door of the Vizir without being seen, only to find that it is secretly bolted from the inside.
Thanks, 6th sense.
You're about to curse your bad luck when you notice that a window is set into an elaborately carved panel above the door. Its iron shutter is open, which makes perfect sense. You're going to bar the door from the inside and leave the window open.
Yeah, when God closes a door, he opens a lemon.
In spite of your injured arm, you successfully climb the nail-studded door and drop through the window into the silence of the trophy room. An eerie collection of stuffed heads lines the walls of this private chamber. Most of those are reptilian desert creatures, souvenirs of imperial hunting expeditions into the dry main. Among the snake-like trophies more gruesome are human heads! Exclamation point. They are
Wow, I've never
ghoulish.
seen those before. I've only seen skulls outside.
They are ghoulish battle honors, the heads of enemy commanders slain in battle during countless wars waged by Vasagonia. You hurry out of the Vizudayar and into a long marble corridor where the walls are inlaid with veins of gold and pearls. It leads to a large hall where the palace guards are brightly robed couriers are walking to and fro, but a colonnade of statues provides all of the cover you need to reach a distant staircase unseen. Stealthily, you sprint up the staircase to arrive at the junction where the passages head off to the east and west. At the end of each is a door with a symbol engraved into the wall above. The symbol above the east door depicts a mortar and pestle. The symbol above the west door is an open book. So, do you want to investigate the door with a mortar and pestle or an open book?
Well, I know that mortar and pestle actually usually means medicine. Book usually means like maybe a magical thing or a library. So let's go with the mortar and pestle because my arm's beginning to itch.
Yeah. And it's supposed to be numb, so this is bad. Alright, there's a symbol engraved on the wall above the symbol above the east door. So east door. The door is unlocked, and for a moment your heart sinks. If the room is the Imperial Apothecary, where the Odie herb is kept, why is the door not locked and guarded? Anxiously you slip inside and survey the interior. It seems to be an apothecary. Glass retorts bubble and steam over jets of blue flame, and strange fluids pass back and forth through a crazy maze of tubes and tunnels. And then just needs to be a guy in a science coat going, yes! But no. Hundreds of herb jars line the far walls, and 10 large copper urns, each full of rainbow-colored powder, hang suspended from the soot-blackened ceiling. You begin searching through the herb jars, and suddenly you discover why the door is left unlocked. Creeping slowly towards you is a cat-like creature that guards the apothecary. Its eyes glow with vivid green luminescence as it prepares to strike!
Kitty.
If you have fought with an Elix before, which you haven't, because you didn't do that, for the duration of the
Was I
fight.
supposed to?
No, there was a chance in the last book you could have run into them, but you didn't.
Oh. No, I fought those like dog things.
Yeah. So, fight! You're going to slaughter it. Just
You
putting
get
that
that
out there.
-2 there. Or 3, excuse me. -3, and also I'm not going to be having the +2 for my shield, so that's a
Ouch.
-5 overall for my usual attack. Luckily, that's good, though, because freaking I still am a champ and will slaughter this thing.
Yep.
Okay, oh.
Jump kicked him a bunch. Breathless from the exertion of combat, you step back as the Elix finally collapses and dies. Slowly, its glass-green eyes mist over and become opaque like hard, cold jadin. Around the creature's blood-spattered throat hangs a gold key on a chain. You quickly discover the gold key opens the steel door of the strong room at the far end of the apothecary. High up on a shelf inside the door, you find a small box that contains what you seek, the Odie herb. Within seconds of pressing the beautiful golden leaves to your wounded shoulder, a tingling sensation engulfs your whole arm. Then your arm falls off.
Scratchy.
The numbness soon fades, and both your arm and shoulder are free of the horrific limb death.
Yay!
Congratulations. Kablah! Sufficient Odie herb remains in the box for one further application. It is a powerful substance that can be used against many deadly diseases, or alternatively can be used to restore 10 endurance points if swallowed after combat. If you wish to keep the potion, mark it on your action chart as a backpack item. You should also restore combat skill points that were temporarily lost. Do you want to keep it?
Yes, I do.
Done. After dragging the dead Elix into the strong room, you lock the steel door from the inside. You notice that there are, in fact, 2 doors to the strong room. The one by which you entered, and a smaller door set into the opposite wall. The gold key opens the lock of the new door, which leads to a narrow staircase beyond, dimly lit by flaring torches in wall brackets. The climb is steep and arduous. You suspect that these steps are a part of a secret route to the strong room, and your suspicions are only confirmed when you arrive at what appears to be a dead end. A closer examination reveals a narrow bronze door set flush to the wall. Plain in appearance except... Oh, hang on a second. Alright, sorry. Had a guy knock on my door, try and sell me my door.
Do you like this door, sir?
Oh, yes, I do. That's why I have it.
I'd be concerned at that point, like, you want to tear it down or something?
Do you like this door, sir? Yes. You can have it for only $6, but it's fine, $5. Deal. You got yourself a deal. I really do like this door.
It's a good door.
All right. The climb is steep and arduous. You suspect that these steps are part of a secret route to a strong room, and your suspicions are only confirmed when you arrive at what appears to be a dead end. A closer examination reveals a narrow bronze door set flush to the wall, plain in appearance except for the tiny keyhole close to the floor. Why is it close to the floor? As you insert and twist the gold key, you are quietly confident...
For the little cat thing to open the door.
You are quietly confident the bronze door will open.
Stupid that you didn't have a bronze key. It was a gold key. Not for this door.
I'm sorry. You hear a faint click followed by a soft whirling sound. The bronze door slides open. You hurry through. The door clicks shut. You're back as softly as it had opened. This section is the correct answer. Okay, well, never mind. You don't need to worry about that. Instinct tells you that you have entered the chambers of an upper palace, the sumptuous private enclave of the Zakan. You walk upon glistening tiles of opal and platinum, past sculptures and statues of pure gold. The door of solid amethyst ahead seems plain in comparison to the breathtaking splendor of the private world. Beyond the door lies another unique and strangely beautiful world, the Arboretum. A circular cathedral-like arena spreads out below you, a green velvet canopy alive with the sound of birdsong. Trees of every color, shape, and size flourish in the deep, dark soil of the floor. The Zakan's Arboretum houses a specimen of every tree that grows in Magnamund, and many species that are now extinct elsewhere. As you walk through the iron balcony with...
I use my fire sphere.
Nice. You picture you like running through setting things on fire like wee.
You notice that this plant is in danger.
Done. As you walk the wrought iron balcony, which encircles the arboretum, you recognize the leaves of a sun-lending oak. You set fire to it. You feel a sudden wave of homesickness, but it does not make you despair.
You get freaking Vietnam flashbacks. No.
Yeah, you sudden wave of homesickness. It does not make you despair. Rather, it renews your determination to escape from this hostile, sun-bleached land. At one of the exits from the arboretum, you discover a quarterstaff propped against the wall. Excuse me. That was not a yawn. I was just really amazed at the quarterstaff.
Just remember to mark it on your action chart.
Do you want the quarterstaff? You've already got 2 weapons.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's a special quarterstaff.
No, it would say so. It's just a quarterstaff.
Nope. Hey,
Yeah.
can I equip my shield, please?
Yeah, and your summer sword. No, I'm sorry. Oh, no. Unequip. Sorry. Your shield. Why? Okay, hang on. I gotta re-equip your summer sword for some reason. There you go. I don't know why it unequipped itself, but there we go. There, yar.
Wait.
Your shield is already equipped again. Your summer sword unequipped itself for some reason.
Okay.
I just re-equipped it for you.
Cool. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. The desire to escape urges you on, and you leave the Arboretum and hurry through the network of lavish corridors and empty, deserted vestibules. You reach a landing where a broad staircase descends to a massive room that occupies most of the lower palace. From the top of the staircase, hidden by the shadow of a pilaster, you stare down on a sight that freezes your blood with terror. Upon the raised platform, carpeted with scarlet furs, sits the Vasigonian Emperor, Zakan Kima. He is robed in gold, but devoid of all ornamentation. In his hand is an orb of black metal, and in his eye an icy
Kill
cold...
him! Kill him!
Hang on. In his eye an icy cold cruelty that chills your spine. The Zakan is a man of awesome countenance, but he pales in shadow of his companion. Before him stands the cause of your terror. A helm as black as death itself hides the face, but the stench of decay and the hideous sulphuric voice, a sepulchral voice, betray the identity. Give me Lone Wolf. It is a fell voice of a mortal enemy, a Dark Lord of Helgadad. As the Zakan rises to his feet, you notice a flicker of doubt, or perhaps fear, dim his cruel gaze, but he is quick to mask it. He will be brought to you at sunset in exchange for the Orb of Death. It is agreed.
You have the orb,
Echoes the chilling voice.
Give me Lone Wolf.
I like my voice. Actually, no, you know what? Because it's perfect. That should be Vegeta. You have the orb, echoes the chilling voice. Now give me Lone Wolf. Before I blow you away. The Zakan hides his fear well, but time is not on his side. The game of bluff he is playing is deadly. However, the fact that he has not yet been discovered is evidence of his powerful will. You sense that the Dark Lord is persistently clawing and probing at his mind. You will get your Northlander, Lord Hakon, says Zakan, his voice curt with anger. When you tell me why your servants have defiled the tomb of the Majan, you claim to have no need for gold or jewels. Why then do you plunder the graves of our ancestors? A deathly quiet fills the hall. Only the unnatural hiss of the Dark Lord's breath disturbs the silence. This land, this insignificant speck of sand, harbors two small thorns that pick our skin. We seek to remove them both. Forever. The fledgling Kai, Lone Wolf, is a thorn that denies us Summerland, and the tomb of the Majan hides the other thorn that threatens us, the accursed Book of the Magna Kai. And I'm hungry.
I'm going to get a book.
Your heart pounds as the words echo in your head. The Book of the Magna Kai. Suddenly, the reason why you have been enticed in this deadly trap becomes clear, and the sinister truth is revealed. Wait, no, you weren't enticed. You were trying to sign a peace treaty. It wasn't. This wasn't planned.
It was a trap.
This wasn't planned. All right. The Book of the Magna Kai is one of the oldest legends of Summerland. With the wisdom of the Magna Kai Sun Eagle, the first Kai Grand Master instilled the disciplines into the warriors of the House of Unlar, the bloodline of your king, that were to save your land from devastation at the hands of the Dark Lords. The Book of the Magna Kai was lost hundreds of years ago, but its wisdom was kept alive, handed down through generations of Summerlandian warriors so that they could share the strength to resist the eternal enemies, the Dark Lords of Helgadad. If the Dark Lords discover and destroy the Book of the Magna Kai, the secrets will be lost forever, and when you die, the Kai will become extinct. However, if you discover the Book of the Magna Kai first and deny the Dark Lords their prize, all the wisdom of the Magna Kai will be revealed to you. Through its wisdom, you will become strong enough to reach the ultimate achievement of a Summerlandian warrior, to become a Kai Grand Master. However, the pearl and the glory of the quest that lies ahead is distracting you from the immediate danger. To discover the danger and begin the quest for the Book of the Magna Kai, turn to part 2 of the Shadows on the Sand. Dun dun dun. So that is the end of the first adventure. So they divide this up into two like very separate adventures. The first one is trying to survive and escape and all that. And the second one is trying to find the Book of the Magna Kai.
I did it.
You did it. You weren't caught. You succeeded.
Yes.
You had
because I chose smartly and avoided the other chimney. Whatever that was.
Yeah, you almost lost your arm in the process. Good job there.
Hey, How are you doing?
I was going to say, done. Yay! So now we get to do part 2.